Hi everyone, back for the next prompt for Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, and we're getting into autumn. So I had finished my sun shining, sunrise, sunset, and my insects, so they were in the opposite way round. But now I thought that the colour scheme was wonderful because we didn't necessarily have a prompt other than the colours, and I was looking through my drawers and I found this beautiful bird that Susanna had sent me on I think it's a linen, I'm not quite sure, and then I've just put down a couple of bits backing, so it was a bit of a block like this, and I've cut it down and shifted it round, so I've got the leaves here, and I've just tried to put some of the colours from the colour scheme in the background. And just fussy cut around. So at the moment I'm basically just stitching down all of the edges, and I'm using this Shishiko thread that I got at Green Door Studio when I was making my rice bag, and I just love it as a thread. I think it's just really smooth, goes in nicely. If you can hear, the little boys next door are having a fabulous time on a lovely sunny afternoon playing, I think they're playing cricket in the drive. It's a different life, isn't it? You know, when I was growing up, we had a house and a backyard, and nowadays with people in a city, with being in townhouses and stuff like that, my drive is their drive, so they're out there having a great time. There's no problems about it, it's great, they're having a fabulous time. So it does make me think a little bit, because we went from the lazy days of summer, and now I'm just thinking about what autumn meant to me, and all these colours and the falling leaves, and there's a memory of when I was younger that we used to make a bonfire. Once the weather turned cold, we'd have bonfires in the backyard, or one place we lived, so I guess I was more like 12 or 13 at this particular place. We had the back gate had sort of like a big massive parkland or paddock. No, it wouldn't have been a parkland because you probably wouldn't have been able to do this, but it had a paddock, and around Guy Fawkes night, firecracker night, someone had piled up lots and lots of wood, and so we would always have this massive big fire. And I'm just remembering how that's 50 odd years ago, or 49 years, and I'm just thinking about how back then there was no rules about fireworks. You were allowed to let off a few crackers, and you know, it was all exciting and good fun. Not like now, but I guess also we know a little bit more about whether they're good for the environment. So yeah, it's just starting to do these autumn leaves and think about that. It's kind of a reminder of what that season's about, even though we're in spring in Australia, so it's kind of opposites at the moment. Oh, pins, put that over there. Also, the other day I was remembering how in those days you had like an incinerator in the backyard, and you would burn your rubbish. You wouldn't put it in landfill, you would burn it. Saturday afternoon, the smell of the smoke from the incinerator. funny how times change. Everything's different. Of course, incinerators and like fires were banned. Incinerators were banned because they were the smoke and everything wasn't good for the environment. And in fact, today, I imagine people back then didn't think, oh, I'm putting a bit of plastic in the fire. They would just have put it in. But now today you'd think, oh, is that toxic to burn that? Even some woods with, with some sort of surface type of procedure. What am I trying to say? You know what I mean, like a paint or something like that on top can be very toxic. But I was just thinking how nice that memory every time we get to the end of summer and go into autumn, there's something really cozy about that. So I'm feeling these colours are working really well for that sort of a thing. So that's what I'm doing. I think I'm going to do some other embellishing on here. I decided that I wanted this little patch here to help the bird's face stand out because that's a bit busy, but I like it behind the leaves and down here, and I just kept that a bit lighter up there. So I think I'm probably going to make something that will sit on there or something that will sit here that has some words on. Not sure about the words. Here I've put wings, so it's, it's a little bit more field notesy. This one says strawberry. That's a number, but that's sort of on Rachel's backing. This is just a little coupon, so it's not really field notes, but it makes sense. Summer, spring blooms, spring, nest, spring bulbs, hyacinth, field notes. I always do a word for the season. So that was spring, this was summer. Hang on, probably coming off camera. So one of these will be saying autumn, and I just have to work out in what way I'm going to do that. So I'm going to spend the rest of the week coming up with a few things like that. Mostly I'm happy I've got it all down and I've started this prompt. So I feel like I'm rushing it through today, but Lily's decided to break her lease, so I've had to put the boxes I put in storage because I knew this would happen. I've put the boxes in storage in my car, or half or some of them. Tomorrow morning I'll go to her house, we'll pack some boxes, we'll take them back, put them in storage, then she'll drop me back home and then have my car for the Saturday and the Sunday so she can do more backwards and forwardsing and packing. So we thought we were all good and settled, but it hasn't turned out that way. I really feel for these kids. I know she's a bit older than normal uni finish age, but this is the first time ever that she has gone for so many jobs and even only got, out of 30, 40, 50 job applications, only got one interview, and then they told her she hadn't progressed further. So I don't know, it's a bit stuffed, you know. I think it's a bit stuffed. They go to uni and then they can't get a job. It's horrible. It's like, well, Liz did well. She got a job, but Lily, thank goodness she's at least working full-time in retail, or she just would be absolutely stuffed. But she can't, even with me helping her out, I'm buying her food, paying for the storage unit, she cannot afford even food after her rent and bills have been taken out. There's $5 left, and you don't want to see your kids struggling like that. It's not fair. It's not fair for them. So that's what I'm doing for the weekend. So could be a bit busy, but I've got a couple of videos already ready to go, so everything will be fine. So okay, I had a waffle then. Sorry about that. Oh, gotta love it. There's never a quiet moment. You just think everything's settled and you can get on with your stuff, and then it's not. Okay, well, I will love you and leave you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.